Now, we're talking about all of this with VR and children, but let's just be honest. This is a very new technology, and we're not 100% sure how it affects kids. This article that's on the screen right now is from Neuroscience News. And it's a collection of blog posts and comments about research papers dealing with neuroscience. And this article right here, very good article, we've gone ahead and posted it. It'll be in our VOD. It talks about how virtual reality affects children's brains differently than adults. And the scary part is there's no consensus as to the age that children should be before they can start playing VR.
Yeah. There isn't a consensus on
There
it.
isn't. When Teal and I first started dealing with VR personally, both of our sisters, her sister and my sister, started asking, well, when can my children, our nieces and nephews, start playing VR? And we just gave them a blanket 13 years old. Because that seemed like a safe time. The brains were becoming adolescent. The few articles that we had read did kind of peg 13 plus. So we felt it was a safe number.
One size doesn't fit all.
And my sister got a Quest 2 for her son. Her son's under 13. I think he's like 11 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's her decision. She's a parent. I don't get to decide what she does with her child. But she's read stuff that says he's of the right age. It's fine. It contradicts what we knew. You know, what is it at that point? There's not enough data. It's too new of a technology. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Okay? Flashing lights, having the lenses right next to your eyes that are broadcasting blue lights. Having it be that you're seeing things that aren't necessarily there, so that your brain is tricked into believing this is reality, when reality is you're not physically here. Teal and I are in a studio. I'm actually sitting in my office. Teal is sitting in hers. We're not even in the same room, yet I can look over and see her. But I'm an adult. My brain is developed enough. I know that my wife's not sitting right there.
Right.
But a child, even though they may know, their brain may still go, well, hold on, cowboy. That's the problem. It's just not enough information.
It isn't, and it's going to take at least a generation researching to really understand thoroughly what goes on and what should and shouldn't be happening.
Yeah. And it's going to take children playing VR and dealing with the negative ramifications of it. And having psychiatrists and neuroscientists looking at this data and going, okay, so for the past 20 years, we've shown kids between the ages of 6 and 16 playing in VR for, I'll just say 4 hours a week. Just pulling random numbers out. And we've noticed that anyone under this age has neurological deficiencies, things that they have to overcome later in life that the ones who did not play in VR didn't have. Maybe they have cognitive issues. Maybe they have issues with disassociation. I mean, again, I'm not a psychiatrist. It's just they'd be looking at that data.
Right.
But until the data is received, which is, as Teal said, a generational thing, we don't know.
We have no idea.
And that's scary.
So our children are guinea pigs.
Yes. And that's really scary. That is really, really scary. So to kind of sum that up, you guys, continue to say what you want to say on it, but to kind of sum it up, this is such a new technology that we have to be very, very, very careful with how we as parents give our children access to it. Because even though this is a fake reality around us, from the gore to sexuality to predators to neurological issues, this might as well be the real thing.
Yeah, to a child, it's real.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, that's this is an ongoing topic. It's not one that we can solve just from a conversation or a forum or a seminar.
Right.
This is going to be an ongoing thing that we're all going to have to address and talk about in various forums and venues over and over again. Until we can all kind of navigate our way through and find the best course forward.
Yes.
What is best for developing minds, and what is best for the community as a whole.
Yeah.
Because as someone pointed out earlier, I can't scroll up, sorry. We don't want to cross the line and start restricting everybody's freedoms.
Right. I agree.
That goes too far the other way.
Right. There's going to come to a point, but the problem is just like what happened with the whole GTA explosion, typical you mentioned, there's only going to be so much time where nothing can be done before people in power get a hair up their ass to try to do something about it. That's scary as shit.
Rack asks, are there any positive for kids in VR?
There's positives in general with VR.
In general, there are positives. They get to experience. They get to experience something they wouldn't normally get to experience. We talk about games, but hell, what about them walking through a simulator, right? Where it's like they get to see Finland, they get to see Japan, they get to see the bottom of the ocean, they get to go into outer space. What's it like walking on the moon? What is it really like walking on Mars?
The educational benefits of virtual reality have already been explored and are continuing to be explored. And yes, so the positives for children is that. Instead of just saying, hey, here's the surface of Mars from the rover, put them on there. Let them walk. Let them see that the sand is yellow and not red.
Yeah.
Let them see what the coast of Norway or Finland looks like. Let them see what it's like to walk through a lava tube.
Yeah. I mean, these are positives for kids being in VR.
Very good conversations.
Don't get the Truman Show Matrix VR headset from
Right. Right.
Thank you, Wrath.
Rack is saying, I'm talking more about open VR, not necessarily limited educational hours. Well, I mean, in general. Like, for example, you can turn it into a game. Edutainment's a thing. But VR is actually used medically. It's used for people with actual neurological disorders. It is used for people who have mobility issues. So, look at a paper. Just pull up a paper on what VR is being used right now medically. It can help a kid that way.
That's true.
A kid who has the inability to go to class. Maybe they're immunocompromised. Maybe they have, Parkinson's, God forbid. Now they can socialize with other people in places they normally couldn't. Yeah, you run into the whole VR chat issue, but at the same time, what if it's a controlled environment with other kids who have Parkinson's? So you have all these kids with this horrible medical disorder, this disease, and now they can socialize. Physically. Touch their hands. Have tactile feedback. I think that's wonderful. So, tons of things virtual reality can do. And that's not just for children. But if you can apply it to an adult, you can apply it to a kid. Yeah, but here's the thing though, Rack. We don't know at what age it's okay. That's the problem. You're saying, so it's possible VR access may actually be better for the human brain. But that's putting words into my mouth. I know you're not doing that on purpose. Because, again, we don't know at what age it's good and what age it's bad. We won't know for, like Teal said, a generation.
Yeah. Unfortunately. This is just so new.
But on the hypothetical level, because I understand that's what you're doing, Rack, on a hypothetical level, yes, it could be that we learn that once they pass a certain growth threshold, that it's actually beneficial and not detrimental across the board, social issues aside.
Yeah.
And I'd be down with that, by the way. I love VR.
Oh, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is. It is absolutely fun. It is absolutely fun. And I agree with Rack's last statement there. We are starting to find more positives than negatives, and we need to continue doing that, not just with VR, with gaming in general. AR, yes. Augmented reality, mixed reality, all of that. We need to continue to explore how video games, VR, technology can be used to better people. Mm-hmm. Why go anywhere where you can look at a screen or VR? Well, now here's the thing, though. And Teal and I talked about this. It's really expensive to go travel abroad. It's prohibitively expensive, especially for someone here in the States with our crappy-ass economy. It's rough. So Teal wants to go to Finland and Iceland. Actually, Iceland, right?
Iceland. Mm-hmm.
Teal really wants to go to Iceland. It's going to be very difficult for us to ever go there. So, in the meantime, and including us never being able to go due to finances, Teal can go to Iceland virtually.
Yeah.
So, why go anywhere? Well, you should always try to experience the world, but if you can't, experience it virtually. The moon, like Teal said, Mars. Mm-hmm. I want to go walk on the surface of Mars. That's what I want to do.
That would be kind of neat. That would be really neat.